by Yitzy at 718-375-1294, and he will be more than happy to send you a complete list either by email or fax. Wow, did I get everything in?
I think so. Okay. Are you ready now?
I'm ready. Who's telling the story, you or me?
Okay. You could tell the story.
Okay, so I know this story.
Uh-oh. Does that mean this is an old story or a new story?
I don't know, but somehow I know the story.
Okay. So you're going to tell the story this time?
I'm going to tell the story until I get stuck.
And then when you get stuck?
Then you're going to continue.
You're smart. Okay.
I know that. Okay, this story goes back to the days of the Rambam. As a matter of fact, for those who don't know, Rambam stands for
Maimonides Hospital.
Well, yeah, Maimonides is named after that. I mean, well, yeah. You're funny, Rabbi Erps.
Oh, well, if you're being me, and I have to be you.
Oh, that makes sense, too. Okay, so, you're me and I'm you.
Yeah, sort of. Okay, so now, you're telling the story.
All right, I'm telling you a story. So, anyways, this story is called The Rambam versus Hakim.
Who is Hakim?
Well, if you let me tell the story, you'll know who Hakim is.
Okay, so go ahead.
All right, so anyways, this story goes back way...
Are you going to do that for an hour?
No. I was just saying this story goes back for way back when. Like the Rambam himself, according to many, who was born in 1135, and he was nifter around 1204, something like that, that means if you do your calculations...
He lived for about 69 years.
You know the story?
Yes, of course I know the story.
Oh, so why am I telling the story?
Because you said you wanted to.
Oh, I do. Okay. So anyways, so this is what happened, you see. So, the Rambam, he was born in Cordova, Spain. That's in Spain?
Yes.
Anyway, so he was born there originally. And then, because of things were changing and so on and so forth, he had to move out there. He went to Morocco, and from Morocco, he eventually went to Egypt. And he went to a place called, let me think about it. What was that name? It was like the city of Cairo, but the old city of Cairo.
Fostat?
Yeah, how'd you know?
Well, I told you I know the story.
Oh, okay. So anyway, so he moved to Fostat, which was the old city of Cairo. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyways, so this story has to do when he became a doctor.
And you're going to tell everybody how and when he became a doctor? Did he go to the university or something?
No, the Rambam is a great Torah genius. Come on, what are you talking about? He learned how to be a doctor through the Torah. Everything is hidden in the Torah, and he was very
smart, right?
Yeah. You sure you don't want to say the story?
No, you're doing a good job.
You're beginning to sound
like you.
Yeah, well, okay. Do I do that a lot?
You used to. Now sometimes if I got a story that you didn't hear in a long time, you're quiet.
Yeah, okay, maybe I have to find a story that you don't know.
That's going to be pretty difficult.
But there are stories you don't know.
Of course there are. I don't know every story. I know almost every story. Well, I don't know if I can say almost, but I know quite a lot.
Yeah, you do. Okay, so anyways, the Rambam, he was living in Fostat, and he had to learn because he loved to learn, and he was able to learn over there. And, of course, the Jewish people and the Muslims, they were living together over there, and it was okay because the Sultan was Saladin of Mitzrayim, of Egypt, you know what I mean?
Yes, and?
Well, anyways, he was a nice fellow to the Jewish people, you know what I mean? So, at least in the story, you know what I mean?
Yes. Go on.
Well, he had a head physician.
A head physician. A doctor.
Yeah, but I like the fancier term.
Oh, like, another word for janitor, a nicer way would say custodial engineer.
Right, custodial, what'd you say?
Custodial engineer.
Right, a janitor. Okay, and anyways, but the Rambam was not a janitor.
No, of course not. So, go ahead. Say what you want to say.
Well, obviously, the story, probably happened around, I don't know, some ways after the 1160s, 1170s, or maybe 1180s even, I don't know. But it happened when he was in Cairo, and I forgot offhand Do you remember?
No, because you're telling the story.
Oh, well, I don't remember exactly when he became, but I remember how he became the physician of the Sultan.
Go ahead.
Well, it all started out with Hakim was the head physician of the royal palace, and everything that happened and anything that happened, of course, Hakim was the head doctor. So he took care of the Sultan's family, and he took care of everybody else, even not the family, the royal people. Like let's say a general or advisor. He took care of everybody, and of course, let's go and see a typical day by Hakim.
Okay, a typical day by Hakim.
That's what I said.
Oh, I was just, you go ahead.
Okay, so a typical day by Haken.
A typical day by Hakim.
Rabbi Erps,
Yes, Yossi.
I could do that myself.
Okay, go ahead. Say a typical day.
I already said that.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Anyway, so let me hear what happened in a typical day.
Pardon me. I have this problem. You understand? I have a very big problem. And I'm an advisor, and I have to write a lot of information down. And my fingers got stuck together, and I can't separate them. So, do you have a method of how that I could separate my fingers, because now they seem to be stuck together?
Your fingers are stuck together.
What's so funny about my fingers being stuck together? How would you like it if your fingers were stuck together?
Oh, very interesting. I hear what you are saying. However, let me explain to you. I could separate your fingers by taking a knife and cut it apart.
No. Just tell me how I could separate it.
Okay, 1 second. Come over here a little closer. I can examine your fingers. Let me see what you have here. I see 2 fingers that are stuck together.
No kidding. That's why I came to you.
Let me see why they are stuck together. I see. Oh, so you cannot separate them?
No, I can't. And I don't want you to cut it apart.
Okay, let me see. Oh, will you look at that? I see what the problem is. You said you do a lot of writing.
Yes, that's right. I do.
Okay, so how about dissolving the ink that is between your fingers?
What? Oh, my goodness. How do you like that? You're very good, Hakim. Yeah, just ink stuck between my fingers. Yeah, I have to dissolve it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's very good. No problem. How about paying me?
Oh, yeah. Put it on the royal bill. I'm a royal advisor. Put it on the royal bill.
Okay, no problem. Let's see. Oh, here's another person to come to see me. How are you? What can I do for you?
Oh, dear me, oh my. I got a terrible stomach ache. Oh, dear me, oh my. I want my stomach ache to stop.
That is very easy. All you have to do is tell your stomach to stop hurting you. Next, please.
Wait a minute, you didn't help me.
Listen, either you're hungry and your stomach hurts, or you ate the wrong foods. You know what? If you still have a problem, by the morning, take chicken soup.
Chicken soup? Chicken soup? How is that going to help me if I got a stomach ache?
Well, one thing is, it won't hurt. Okay, not taste scared of that. Okay, next.
I have a problem with my nose. You see, I need to sneeze, but I can't sneeze.
Oh, that's terrible. Let me see. Oh, your nose is stuffed. You don't need a doctor.
Oh no, what do I need?
You need a plumber. Next. Hey, but you're supposed to help me. All right. Okay, here's a piece of cloth. Now go to the side over there, blow your nose, and don't need the dirty napkin here. Okay, go, 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 go. Next. And of course, as you can see, Yitzy fell asleep.
Yeah, what happened? What happened?
You usually don't fall asleep when I tell a story. How come you fell asleep when you're telling the story?
Oh, I did. I did not fall asleep. That was part of the act. There was a guy in the waiting room by Hakim, and he was sleeping. Right? Aren't you there sleeping?
Doctor, I seem to have a problem with the way I talk. You have a problem with the way you talk? What is wrong with the way you talk? Well, it seems to be that I sound like I have marbles in my mouth. What should I do? The first thing is spit out the marbles. You went the whole time you couldn't figure out to spit out the marbles? I don't have any marbles in my mouth. I said I sound like I have marbles in my mouth. Oh, you sound like you have marbles in your mouth. What is so funny? My mouth talking like marbles. Well, there's no reason for you to talk that way if you have no marbles in the mouth. It's all in your head. What? I got marbles in my head? No. Just move your mouth up and down a little more. Like this? Yeah. Now start to talk. Hello. How are you? Wow. I could talk better. Thank you. Bye-bye. And of course, people were talking about the mannerisms of Hakim.
I don't like Hakim for a doctor, but he's the royal physician. And Saladin likes him. He's the Sultan, you know. And if he likes him, then he's the royal physician. But he's so funny. The other day, my arm was hurting, and he asked me, why does my arm hurt? And I said, I don't know. I'm not the doctor. And then he asked me, when does it hurt? And I said, it hurts the most when I bend it like this. And you know what? He didn't fix my arm. He just told me not to move my arm anymore like that crazy position. What kind of doctor is he?
Yeah, that's right. And when I had a problem, he laughed at me.
And when I had a problem, well, you know what he did? He told me I should take chicken soup. He's such a funny doctor. We need a better doctor. Let's try to find a better doctor.
And so, according to the version that I am telling, Yitzy, sorry. Did I just do that?
Yeah, I thought I was telling the story.
Then you have to be quicker. When your characters in the story stop talking, you have to fill in.
Oh, do I fill it in with paint? Do I fill it in with glue, cement? What do I do?
Yitzy, just continue the story. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So, the people were looking around for a better doctor. So the version that I am telling you, based on this version, basically the Rambam, he wanted to sit and learn and everything, but he decided that he has to make some parnassa to be able to support his family. So he decided he's gonna act like a doctor because he is a doctor. I mean, well, in those days they didn't need the doctor's certificate the same way you need now. So therefore, what he did was, like as long as he proved that he knows what he's doing, people would trust him, and then people would come. You know what I mean? But Rambam was a very special person. He had such fine needles. I'll give you an example. With all due respect, is the Rambam ready?
Yes, I am ready. Baruch Hashem. Okay, who is the next patient? Please come in.
Oh, dear me, oh my. Oh, my back hurts me terribly. Is there something that you can do for me?
Let me see. I see. Look, okay, this way and that way. It's a little bit stiff.
Yes, very stiff.
All right. I'm going to mix you a herbal solution. That when you take this herbal solution and you drink it with water, it's going to, in a couple hours, like loosen up the muscles in your back. It's like a muscle relaxer. Okay?
Oh, thank you so much. I've got a little problem, though.
I just took care of your problem.
The problem is I'm so poor. I don't exactly have any money to pay you.
That's all right. You don't have to pay. Zeigeson, be well. And of course, word got around. Yossi, if you want me to do it, then tell me.
I don't. I want to tell it.
But you keep forgetting to, like, stop right.
Okay, give me one more chance.
I'll give you 2 chances.
All right, one more chance. Okay. So what happened was this word was spreading around the streets that if you had a problem, you come to see the Rambam. And it wasn't just Jewish people that came. Even Goyim came. All kinds of people came. And they came to see the Rambam. Are you over there?
Me?
Yes, you.
What do you want from me?
Go see the Rambam. It's your turn.
But there's nothing wrong.
Yes, in the story, you're playing the part that you have, your fingers are stiff, okay, and you can't open them.
Oh,
No, you don't have a cough. You just have stiff fingers, okay? Go to the Rambam.
okay. We knock on the door.
Come in.
Hello. Is it my turn?
Well, in a few minutes it will be. Unless you have an emergency, then I will take you right away.
I do have an emergency. You see, my fingers are pretty stiff. I'm a farmer, and I hold a plow all day. And then when I finish plowing today, I tried to straighten out my hand, but my fingers wouldn't go.
Oh, that's terrible. Come, let me see your hand. Case of little stiff joints. Okay, now I'm going to massage just like this, and I'm going to put this little ointment on. It will soak into your joints like this. Okay. Yes. Now slowly bend your fingers.
I can't.
It's stuck. Let me massage a little more, and let me put a little more of this cream. Now bend your fingers, please.
You mean like this? You cured me. I can bend my fingers. Wow, you're really good. Thank you. What's your fee?
Whatever you can afford is fine.
Oh, how about this half a penny?
Fine. No problem. And of course, he took whatever was, given to him. And if a person couldn't afford, a person said he's going to pay later, he just cured him because he felt if he has this medical knowledge, he has to help people. Then it happened. According to one of the versions that I learned, it happened that Yossi, Yossi?
Oh, I was telling the story?
You wanted one more chance. I gave you, but really I was going to give you 2 chances, and you said...
Okay, I'm going to take your second chance. Okay, so where am I up to?
Well, you're telling the story. You should know.
Okay, I know where I'm up to. I'm up to where the guy straightened out his fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So one day, according to the version of the story that we are telling, that I'm telling, whatever. Anyway, so one day there was this big problem.
Oh, yeah? What kind of problem?
Well, if you let me tell.
I wanted you to tell, but you stop every now and then.
No, I'm going to do it this time. Okay, so what happened was like this. One day, the Sultan decided it's a beautiful day.
It is such a beautiful day. I think I will go outside and take a walk in my garden. Yes, you should accompany me because I am the Sultan, and it's not good for me, the Sultan, to go myself, okay? So, please accompany me, Captain of the Royal Guards and a few of your men.
With all due respect, we will follow you. We will do as you wish.
Thank you, thank you.
And so, am I doing okay? Go ahead, go ahead. Okay, and so the Rambam, I mean, not the Rambam, who's the Sultan? The Sultan. The Sultan was walking in his garden, smelling the fresh air. Ah, ah.
This is very good. I love it. It is so beautiful. Don't I have a beautiful garden?
Yes, sir. You have a very beautiful garden.
Look at this. My garden is so beautiful. Look at these roses. Look at these tulips, all these beautiful multicolored flowers. Isn't my garden beautiful?
Yes, of course your garden is beautiful. It definitely is very beautiful because you are the Sultan of Egypt, Sultan Saladin, and you are a wise and smart man, and you made yourself a beautiful garden. Very good.
Very good. You know, all this walking around. I don't know. Let me see now. Maybe I should blow my nose a little bit. Oh, dear my. Did I get it on you?
No, sir, no, sir. You look a little tired. You wanted to say something.
Yes. I think I'm going to sit down here on this grass over here, like this, and just rest here against the back of this tree here, like this, and I'm so tired. If I fall asleep, wake me up in about an hour.
Yes, sir. I will be here guarding you the whole time, and so will my men.
Okay.
And so, what happened? See, I'm doing good. Yeah, go, just continue. Yeah, so what happened was this, that the Sultan, he fell asleep by the tree. And he didn't notice there was a little worm crawling on the side of the tree. A small, tiny worm. Now, if the worm could talk, he would probably say, oh my, look at this. There's a human being sitting here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to climb over here. Actually crawl because I'm a worm. I'm a little worm. Oh, look, there's a tunnel over here. I like going through tunnels. Let me go inside. Now, of course. What's so funny, Yitzy? He thinks he's going through a tunnel. He's going in his ear. Oh, that's not too good. Oy vey's mir. Should we wake up the Sultan? We can't. That happened a couple 100 years ago. You know, like it's in the 1200s, like maybe 600 years ago. Oh, yeah, right. Okay, good point. Anyway, so the little worm crawled into his ear, and then he was so comfortable, he lied down. Well, he is lying down because the worm is... Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean. Like, he decided to rest inside the Sultan's ear. And the Sultan suddenly woke up because it felt uncomfortable.
Oh, dear me, my. Oh, I get a headache. Oh, my right side. Oh, my right side hurts me. Oh, my left side. Is it the right side or the left side? Oh, I think it's the right side. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, something is moving in my head. Oh, I can't stand it. Quickly. The captain of the guard, send one of your men to call Dr. Hakim. Quickly.
Yes, sir, I'll go right away, sir. I'll go and get Dr. Hakim. And of course, the guard, he ran real fast. And after he ran real fast, he came knocking on the door. And Hakim answered the door.
Yes, what is it? What do you want? Is there a problem?
Yes, of course, there's a problem. You have to hurry up. Because, the Sultan, he has a headache and you have to come quickly. Quickly.
All right, take it easy. I will be there momentarily. Let me take my medical things over here. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Oh, Sultan, what's the matter?
I don't know. It hurts me on the right side, and something feels like it's moving in my head.
Oh, dear me, oh my. This is terrible. Let me see. Come over here a little bit closer to me and let me see. Okay, lean your head this way so I could see with the sunlight on the angle like this and take a look here. Oh, you know what? I need to take my magnifying glass here to see. Oh, my goodness. This is not very good.
What's wrong? What's wrong? Tell me. What is wrong? What is the problem?
Sir, with all due respect, I must tell you that the problem is very intricate. There is a little worm inside your ear.
Oh no. Oh no. How do I get it out? I will talk to it. Little worm, get out of my ear.
Sultan, he doesn't hear you because you're facing this way. I'll talk to him. Yoo-hoo!
Oh, you're hurting my ear even more by screaming in my ear.
Oh, sorry. Oh, dear me, oh, Wormy, Wormy baby, come on out. He's not listening.
Ah, it's a good problem. What are we going to do?
And the both of them stood there walking back and forth. And finally, Dr. Hakim, since he's a doctor, he came up with an idea. Boy, what an idea.
Um, well, you look like you're smiling. What's the problem?
Well, I realized I could think, I could it.
You could what?
I could take care of the problem.
Okay, let me go to my medical bag over here. And let me take out this here long tweezer, and this here long probe, and this here, this thing over here, and this here over here, and okay, I'm ready. This might hurt. Would you like to drink some schnapps first? What are you talking about? Hey, Kim, makes sense.
Well, you see, it's obvious that the worm maybe like Titus's worm, you know, when Titus the general, the Roman general who made fun of God. Well, anyways, so what happened was is that, you know, like a gnat, when his ear didn't want to come out, and it started eating away and got very fat, and then...
I know that story. I've heard it before. Now, tell me, what's the option to get out the worm?
Well, it's very simple. Well, you see, I was just thinking, I will take my probe and this one over here and stretch your ear a little bit.
Ah, that's going to hurt me.
That's why you'll drink schnapps, so you won't feel it.
Let me hear what else.
Then I will take this long tweezer.
Ugh, what are you going to do with that?
I'm going to stick it in your ear.
In my ear?
Yes, I'm going to stick it in your ear.
And then what?
Then I'll probe around, and then when I feel the worm, I'll pull it out with my tweezer.
Ugh. What happens if you squash the worm?
It'll be ookie and gookie inside.
Then I'll have to make
a bigger cut.
You'll make a bigger cut in my ear?
There's this possibility that you'll become deaf on your right side, but you know you can either have that or you could, you know, live with a worm in your ear.
I can't live with a worm in my ear, and I can't have you operate either. Where are some other doctors? Does anybody know another doctor?
And all of a sudden, one of the advisors who heard the commotion came out to the garden and said,
"Excuse me, sir. What seems to be the problem here?"
I have a worm in my ear.
That's disgusting. Well, you know something. You need a good doctor.
I tried a good doctor, but he wants to operate. He wants to stick that large tweezer down my ear, which means I could go deaf. Now, do you have a better idea?
Yes. There's a person named Rabbi Moshe Ben Maimon. Some people call him for short, at least the Jewish people call him Rambam for short, you know. Maybe you should call upon him, you know. I hate to say it, but may I whisper to the Sultan?
Yes, please do.
Sultan, I don't know how to tell you this, but he's a better doctor than Hakim. Hakim is not such a great doctor, you know that.
Yes, but there's nobody better right now.
Well, try this person. Send for him. You'll see. He's such a good man.
Really? All right, Captain, come here quickly.
Yes, sir. What is it, sir? Well, sir, I want you to find in the Jewish quarter of Forstadt, I want you to find me the Rambam. He's supposed to be a good doctor. Now, don't be ridiculous. How good of a doctor could he be? You know, I'm a better doctor, you know that. I'm the best. I'm the royal physician now. If I say the only way to get that worm out is by operating, then that's the only way. I mean, we tried to coax him. We said, here, wormy, come out. But he doesn't listen. So, if we don't want the worm to grow too big, then he won't be able to come out. We have to remove him ourselves. Yes, and possibilities squash him. Ugh, I can't think about that. Go get me this Dr. the Rambam. But he's Jewish. It doesn't matter if he can help me. I don't care what he is. He can be a bunny rabbit. A bunny rabbit? There'll be a doctor hopping around all over the place. Hopping from patient to patient. I have no time for your jokes now. Now go get him. Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
And so what happened was the captain of the Royal Guards, he galloped his horse, and he was going, and he finally reached the Rambam's place, because he asked over here, and he asked over there, and he asked over here, and here and there, and then sometimes there, and then sometimes over there, and then sometimes over here before the there, and then finally, okay, we got the picture. Oh, really? I didn't know they had cameras in those days. They had cameras 600 years. You see? Oh, yeah. Anyway, so they came and knocked on the door.
Yes, who is there? Who seems to be there? Hello? Yes, I am here. Oh, that's nice. Who is I am? I am the captain of the Royal Guards. Would you please open up? It's an emergency. Fine. And what can I do for you? You look fine. What's the problem? What's the emergency? It's not me. The emergency is the Sultan. Ay, vey, it's me. The Sultan. What's wrong with the Sultan? It appears that a worm crawled in his ear and refuses to leave. And the other doctor, that's the royal physician, Hakim, thinks the only way to get out the worm is to operate. Do you know another way? With Hashem's help, we shall be able to save the Sultan from losing his hearing. Excuse me, gentlemen, are there any emergency cases over here? No? Okay, I'm sorry, but I must go take your emergency case. If you want, you come back later on this evening, okay? Sei gesund, everybody. Bye. And so, you're going to come with me? Are you going to take anything with you? Oh, no. What I need is over there already. But how can you be a doctor and take care of the patient without any equipment? Oh, you described me what the symptoms were. Whatever I need is over there in the garden. Whatever you need is over there in the garden.
And so what happened was the perplexed guy, meaning the captain, was very perplexed. He didn't know what to expect. He didn't know what to do. But one thing I could tell you for sure, this doctor, the Rambam, that is, he followed him. He went all the way to the palace of the Sultan. Then he was led to the garden, and there was the Sultan walking around in agony.
Oh, my goodness gracious, my head hurts, my right ear. I hope he doesn't bore his way to my left ear. Oh, what am I doing? Who is this man? Sir, this is the one that they call the Rambam. I really don't think that you need him here. It's a waste of time. Look, he's a doctor. He didn't even come with any medical bags or anything. Excuse me, but, Sultan, can you please describe me your pain? Yes, my pain is very great. It's moving back and forth on the inside on the right side. And you know for sure it's a worm, right? Yes. Okay. May I ask you to please sit down again on the grass? What? So another worm should crawl in? No. I'm going to make this worm crawl out. Or without a big tweezer? Without any big tweezer. Everything that Hashem allows us to do, to help you, will be working. What are you going to use? You're going to put your hand in my ear? No, chas v'sholem. Let's see. Would the Sultan mind if I took this leaf off of this tree? No. What's that going to do? You'll see. Okay, I have this leaf over here now. Please keep your head straight and don't move. I'll just hold this leaf next to the ear. And we'll just wait a little bit.
What is that going to do? Are you going to tickle me?
No, just wait.
And so they waited a few minutes. And all of a sudden, as they were waiting, whoa! You could imagine what happened. Unbelievable!
What was so unbelievable?
The worm, it started to crawl out of the ear right onto the leaf. And it left the ear peacefully. And if the worm could talk, he would say, "Oh, it's so much better out here because now I have worms that I can eat. I mean, I can have leaves that I, the worm, could eat." Oh boy, there was nothing to eat inside there except mush mash. You know what? I'm happy I'm out. Oh, this man's holding the leaf and he's taking me to put it by a tree. Oh, all these leaves I can eat. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
And of course, Yossi.
And of course, what ended up happening was the Rambam, smiled and he said,
Okay, now that you're okay, I shall be on my way.
Just a minute. You're not going anywhere.
Why? What's the problem? I have patients that are coming to my office.
Ah, yes. Okay, take care of them, and then I would like to see you the first thing tomorrow morning.
And sure enough,
Jesse. And sure enough, what ended up happening was, sure enough, what happened was is that the Rambam came and the Sultan said,
I have decided that you shall be my royal physician. From now on, you'll be the head physician.
and Hakim,
and Hakim, he was very upset. So he spoke up and he said,
excuse me, sir, but I am the head physician.
You were the head physician until you wanted to destroy my eardrum. Now you are the head of the royal excess family, but the immediate family and myself will be taken care of by the Rambam.
All right, if that's what you wish, I will do it, but you have to understand that I can only work during the day unless you have an emergency that you need me at night, because I must go home and I must take care of other patients also.
You're a very special person.
And of course, I have to also learn my Holy Torah. That's where I learn my medicine from.
Oh, yes, of course, whatever you say. As long as you take care.
and sure enough, the Rambam became the royal physician. The Sultan hardly ever called Hakim. And you could know what that means.
Was Hakim jealous?
Rabbi Erps.
Oh, sorry. I shall let you finish the story, and then we'll know that Hakim was jealous, right?
Yeah, he was very jealous. Very, very jealous. And he was pacing back and forth in his chambers, right?
Yeah, I guess so. That's what they called them those days.
Oh, this is terrible. I don't like what's going on here. I walk over here, and then I walk over here, and I walk over here, and I walk over here, and I'm wearing out my shoes and my sandals. Oh, dear, me, this is terrible. I don't like what's going on here. The king, the sultan never calls me anymore. Oh, what am I going to do? I feel so bad. He never calls me. What am I going to do? Oh, this is terrible. What am I going to do? The sultan never calls me anymore. I'm so jealous of that. The Jewish doctor, the Rambam. I got to get rid of him. But how? Hey, wait a minute. I have a plan. What a great plan. I will go first thing in the morning to the Sultan.
And sure enough, the first thing in the morning, Hakim knocked on the Sultan's door.
Who's there? You would wish to come to see me so early in the morning? I barely finished my breakfast.
It's an emergency.
Oh, hey, Kim. Come in, come in. What is it, hey, Kim?
Well, sir, you're going to think I'm jealous, but I'm really not.
Why shouldn't you be jealous? The Rambam is a better doctor than you.
He just got lucky with that. I'm really the better doctor. But that's not the case. That's not why I'm here.
Oh, really? Then why are you here?
I'm here because,
I want to save your life. You want to save my life? What do you mean?
Well, sure, with all due respect, the Rambam tricked you.
What do you mean he tricked me?
Well, he got what he wants. He wants a high position, and then he wants to get your trust.
He does have my trust. He's a very good doctor, and he's a very smart man.
Yes, he's so smart that he plans to poison you.
Oh, really? And how do you know this?
Well, because he's using his smartness to go against you.
Oh, really? By doing what?
Well, in the medical profession, over here in our times, we know that if somebody ate a poison, the way to counter the poison, to stop it from working, is to get a stronger poison, and then it will counteract each other, and then it will eliminate the poison.
Aha. So you're saying by medical profession, everybody knows that if somebody had a poison, the way to get rid of the poison's effect is by using a stronger poison, right?
Yes, that is correct. And I believe that he's trying to poison you.
Really? Why do you say that?
Well, he's going to probably use a very strong poison in the food or medicine that he gives you. And then when the medicine starts working on you, then you're going to need another physician like me. And then I'm going to give you my best poison to counter it. But it won't work.
And why is that? Why wouldn't it work? So you're admitting he's better than you.
He might be better in that respect, but not really. You see, because his poison will be very strong, and mine may not be. So you take my poison, and what'll end up happening is that his plan will work, and you will die.
So you're saying that if I took a poison and the other poison was not stronger than the first poison, then I would die.
That's right.
So what's your suggestion? How can I prove this?
Well, I would suggest that you make a test.
A test? What kind of a test are you talking about?
Well, you see, it's very simple. You see, what you need to do is, how should I say it?
Just say it already.
Ah, boy, he's getting really frustrated. Go ahead, Sultan. Let him have it, boy. Let him have it.
I will, Yitzy, don't you worry. Now, where was I?
How you were telling him off.
So tell me, how am I going to prove this?
It's very simple, you see. You see, I will make a poison and let him make a poison.
Yes, and?
Well, what will happen is like this. I'll drink his poison, and then I'll drink my poison, and then whatever happens, happens, okay? You understand what I'm saying?
You're saying that you're going to have a stronger poison?
I'll make one this time, and then the Rambam will drink my poison, which will be stronger than his poison. And then, when he takes his poison, then I guess you can figure out what'll happen, right?
All right. We'll put this to test tomorrow. When I see him, I will tell him about it.
And sure enough, the next day, the Sultan called both doctors.
Listen to me, Rambam and Hakim. You're both my finest physicians. Through my intelligence agencies, I have found out that one of you two, but I don't know exactly who, because it says one of my physicians, are trying to poison me. So, I figured out how will I know which one it is. Ha! So I will make a test.
And the Rambam.
And the Rambam said,
What kind of test?
You will both make a poison. Then you will come here tomorrow morning and we'll divide the poison in half. You will drink half of his poison, and then actually, well, you know what? He's the senior doctor, so let him drink your poison first, and then he'll drink his poison, and then you will drink his poison, and then drink your poison, and we'll see who stays alive.
But, sir, I don't want my friend over here to die. Ridiculous! You think I'm going to die? You're just saying that because you're trying to get out of it. So you must be the one that is trying to poison the king. I'm sure of that now. I'm positive that it's you. Oh, no. If you want, I will conform to the test. Good, very good. See you tomorrow.
And as the Rambam left, he started thinking,
I don't understand. Hakim is not very smart. He must be plotting something. There's no way that he can make a better poison than I can. So what does he have in mind? Yet he laughed with a sinister smile, like he's going to be victorious. He must have a plan of some sort. Let me figure it out.
and so the Rambam went home. And when he got home, he didn't have a chance to figure it out right away because he had a bunch of patience over there. And after the patience, he had to learn. And after the learning and the patience, he had no more patience. No, he did have patience. The Rambam always had patience. Both kind of patience. You know, the patient, and the patience. You know what I mean? Okay. Anyways, so what happened was the Rambam decided it's time to go to sleep. But then he realized, wait, he said to himself. If he said that to himself, how come it doesn't sound like his voice? It sounds like yours. Oh, Rambam, sorry, with all due respect.
Yes, I should go to sleep now, but I can't. I have to think of what he has in mind. But I'm so tired. You know what? I'll rest. I have plenty of time. The test is noontime. So let me go to sleep a little bit. I will go to sleep. And then, when I wake up, in the morning, I'll daven shachis, like I always do in shul. And then, when I come home, while eating breakfast, I'll think of something. Be'ez Hashem.
And so, and so, yeah, did I say, I was up, I was up. And so what ended up happening was as follows. It turned out that the Rambam tried to go to sleep, but he had a hard time. And finally, as he fell asleep, he woke up.
My face, Mia. Wow. I have this funny feeling he's trying to trick me. Of course, I know what it is. And sure enough, you see?
And sure enough, you see? Oh, that's me. Oh, and sure enough, what ended up happening was the next morning he did exactly what he said. He went to shul and he davened and he came home and he started eating breakfast. And after that, he went into his medical laboratory and he started to mix a very interesting formula.
What was it? What was the formula?
I'm not going to tell you. You'll have to listen.
Okay, I'll listen. So what did he do?
Well, of course, then he went to the palace. And there they were, both of them.
Oh, I see that both of you are here. Very good. Okay, let me see your poison and his poison. Okay, now pour half into this bottle, half into this. Okay, you go first, Hakim. Drink the Rambam's poison. Of course. Now drink your poison. Of course. Okay, I drank it. Now the Rambam has to drink my poison. It will be my pleasure. I hope it's only in kosher ingredients, but all right, this is the first. Okay, I have to do it. Now drink yours. Yes, I will. I will drink mine. Oh, wow. Okay, I did. All right, now we'll see. Right now, at the moment, you're both standing. Of course. As Hashem, I will still stand. I feel bad for my friend over here. When is it you feel bad for me? I'm perfectly okay. I'm perfectly... Are you all right? Are you all right? Is everything okay? I don't know. He's a doctor. Let him take care of himself. But it's impossible. It's not... And Hakim suddenly collapsed on the floor, and he was dead. That was the end of Hakim. And the Sultan said,
and you are still standing. But how is that possible? I mean, he drank your poison, and your poison is probably stronger than his. How is it? No. I mean, he drank his poison after your poison. I mean, what's going on?
Well, I must tell you, when I saw Hakim leave yesterday with a big smile on his face, I knew he was up to something no good.
What do you mean?
Well, you see, there's no way that he could make a formula better than mine, so he had to have something up his sleeve. And finally, it came to me by the morning hours. With Hashem's help, I figured out his plan.
Really? What was it?
Well, you see, he himself knew that he cannot make a stronger poison than me. So he took sugar water, and that's all it was. And he put a little fruit juice in it for color. And that would be his poison. So his goal was that I should drink his poison, which was sugar water, with a little food coloring. And then, when I drink it, I will drink my poison after. And then because there is no other poison before that, my own poison would kill me.
Oh, that's very interesting. Then how was it that he drank your poison first, and then I don't get it. I mean, he drank your poison, and if your poison is stronger, then why did he die when he drank his sugar water? I don't get it.
You see, it's very simple. It just happens to be is that I didn't have a poison. I took red wine, mixed it with a little sugar water, because I figured out what he did.
But then if none of you had a poison, then how did Hakim die?
Ah, it's very simple. You see, Hakim thought that I was going to come with a very strong poison, stronger than this. So he took, before he came here, a very slow-moving poison. And he thought that when he takes my poison, he will be better. And then he hoped that I would drink my poison and drink his sugar water, and I would die, and he would live. But since we both had the sugar water, he died from his own poison. He killed himself.
Wow, unbelievable. You are a very smart man. Not only will you be my physician, but now you will also be my advisor.
And so that's what happened. He was not just a doctor for the Sultan Saladin, he was also his advisor. How'd I do, Rabbi Erps? That was pretty good. Pretty good. I'm very impressed. Okay, let's find out if we have some time to take some phone calls. Okay. Hello, you're on the line. What is your name and what lesson do you learn in tonight's story?
Hi.
Yes, that's you, Masha. Go ahead quickly, because we got a whole phone board lit up.
Yes. I just hope there's no words in my ear.
Well, if there is, you know how to use a leaf now and put it near there.
Yeah, I know. Wait a sec. Oh, yes, I got it. You shouldn't really try to come up with something so terrible like. And if you're listening out there, Hakim, that's your punishment.
Well, Hakim can't listen anymore. He's gone.
Drats.
Okay, we really got.
Never mind.
Okay, we got to move on to the next phone call.
Yeah,
Okay.
see you next week.
Okay, Bez Hashem, have a great weekend. Okay, hello, you're on the air. What is your name and what lesson do you learn in tonight's story?
Hello, my name is Benjamin. I wanted to tell you that you should learn Torah
Right,
and that you should not start up with people that are tzaddikim, basically.
right.
And also, basically, like tzedakah, don't kill.
That's right. You got it all. Very good. Thank you very much. Yes, what is it?
You did a great story.
Thank you so much. Maybe I'll do it again sometime. What do you say, Rabbi Urs? We'll think about it, okay? Okay, got to go to the next caller. Thank you very much. Hello, you're on the air. What is your name and what lesson do you learn tonight's story?
Hello,
Yes, you're on the air. What's your name and what lesson do you learn tonight's story?
my name is Avram Yaakov, and I learned that you should never start up with tzaddikim because then you'll always get the punishment.
That's correct. You got that right because Hashem watches over his tzaddikim. Thank you very much. Okay. Hello, you're on the air. What is your name and what lesson
We
do you...
lost everybody.
Uh-oh, the phone collapsed?
Yes.
Oy vey. All right. What can we do?
Okay. Well, it's-
All right, so that's it then. Okay, sorry, fellas. The phone's panel collapsed. I guess there was a flooding of too many phone calls. Sometimes that happens when too many phone calls come in at once.
sometimes the system collapses, and that's what just happened. So, everybody, Bez Hashem, we'll have a great, wonderful Shabbos, and see you again next week, Bez Hashem. Okay, until then, goodbye.
Goodbye.